First off, how are Jonathan and Jalen looking for tonight?
Jonathan looks good. He'll be good to go tonight. Jalen will be more of a game time decision. He's still testing it out to see how he's responding and reacting to the things they're putting him through.
When you look at this Cavs team, you saw them recently. What are some of the things you want to see your group do better in this performance?
Well, I really think we have to get out to a better start. Being down 17 to start the first quarter, I think we got to make sure we're coming out the gates hot. The other part about it is our ball pressure needs to turn up. Doing a better job on Donovan Mitchell defensively. I think he got himself going a little bit, but the other side of it is that we got some great looks during the game, but being able to step in confidently and knock him down.
Getting a couple days of practice here. You got a couple days off this weekend.
Yeah.
Practice again this week. How valuable is that in the course of the season, just to kind of harden some things? You got some injured guys that are kind of getting closer to coming back too. How important is this time to kind of get things right?
It's so important. Our ability to recover well. We play hard. We continue to work on our defensive aspects, the details of our defense, the offensive side of the ball, moving and sharing it and getting out and playing with a much faster pace. But then on those days off, it's important to touch back on the details and recover.
You guys have, I think, one loss at the end of the season so far. How important has it been to kind of establish and protect that before?
It's been great, and our guys recognize it, and I think that's what the fans, they start to recognize exactly how important they are to this team and this group. When they're cheering and getting us going, the energy in the building, it does so much for this group of guys that they're already tied together, but then you feel that energy from the group of fans that is around us. It just does wonders for this group.
We were just talking to Anthony Black a little bit ago. His defense and how he's grown in his 16 or 17 starts. What growth have you seen defensively from him?
I really think what he's done a great job of is figuring out where and when to do certain things. I think, before, recognizing the league, seeing where you are, how you guard certain guys with the level of respect. He's now understanding the way in which he can do it with his qualities. He uses his length to his advantage. He uses when he can bump a guy to his advantage, being physical at the right time. He's learning more and more of that as the games go on, and I think that's a high level adjustment for him as well as for the coaches that are working with him.
How have you seen Goga grow in his time as starting center for this team?
Goga has been absolutely fantastic. His ability to just play selfless basketball, finding the open man at the right time, doing a great job defensively, protecting the rim in the pick and roll coverages. But offensively, he's just taking what the game gives him, but also helping those guys around him be better because he's quick to pass the basketball, making the right decision, running into pick and rolls without a thought of whether he gets the ball or not. It's just all those selfless acts he continues to do.
What has Wendell Carter been able to do as he continues to, move closer and closer to getting that full green light?
He's able to do some contact stuff against coaches. He's been going through, some offensive series, some defensive reps of things, but just more or less not as much contact with a full practice, but able to do things against the coaches.
With Wendell and Markel then being out for now, almost a month, a little bit more than a month, what's the process like for kind of ramping them back up into getting ready for games? Obviously, they got to kind of clear the benchmarks and hurdles that the medical team wants to clear. But what's the process like to kind of get them back into the swing of things?
Well, one, clearing the medical staff, what needs to be done there. Two, getting them the right conditioning, which they've done a fantastic job of getting them in up to speed conditioning, but nothing is like game conditioning. So that's two. And then three, you just look at getting the game reps within practice, going through offense, full speed, full pace, defensive reps, guarding different positions, and being able to get a practice under your belt.
Good deal. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you guys.
Saw this group, relatively recently. For you guys, what are some of the things you want to see you do differently this time around?
So I want to see us get back. It's all about the get back game. They whooped us the other night. It's time for us to get back.
What will be the key to do that? You talk about the guard play and Darius Garland and Donovan Mitchell. What's going to come down to it?
Those are obviously the two heads of the snake, so we got to do a better job of slowing them down. And I think for us, we let our defense get spread out way too much. We saw some snipers, some dudes that can hit shots, and that made our defense spread out. And I think if we can keep the paint tight and get out and play our game of offense, and obviously not get off to that super slow start like we did in that first game, I think we'll have a great chance of winning this game.
How important was Friday's game to just kind of get that feeling back of defending at a high level, getting off to a good start, kind of correcting some of the things that maybe you guys have struggled with over the last week?
It was good. It was good, especially in front of a home crowd to get a nice win like that. It just, I think it was good for our team's confidence, especially on the defensive end. I think offensively we haven't struggled as much, obviously, except for that 2 for 23 shooting game against the Cavs. So I think that was really good for all of our confidence. And it was a good reset.
You worked out with Donovan Mitchell in the offseason, right?
A little bit. Hooped a little bit against each other.
Did you learn anything from him playing?
He's skilled. He's very, very skilled. I think we just, for us, we got to do a better job of making him more uncomfortable. He came out of that game firing, and he was real comfortable. Hit his first couple shots and just got into a rhythm. And so I think we got to do a better job disrupting his rhythm.
You guys have, I think, only one loss at the Amway Center. How much pride has there been in defending the home field that you guys have?
Got to protect the home court. Got to protect the home court. This is it's our home base operations. We got to do whatever we can just to not let teams in here walk in here and feel comfortable.
Have you seen any similarities between the young core here in Orlando versus the young core in Cleveland?
No, not really, but they obviously have a super talented team. And they do have a pretty good team. I think we're built a little. I think we just have two different types of teams. Like, we're both young, but they have different players, different positions, and where we have I'd say our two best players right now being Paolo and Franz, who both 6'10", and their two best young players are both like 6'1" and under. So that's the main difference.
And what's been the driving force that you feel like for you, just your consistent performance off the bench? What do you feel like helped you?
Just my game preparation, my mental, and just my ability to. I think it was really big to stay healthy. I think that's contributed to some pretty good performances, and I think I'm just getting started. I think it's just the beginning.
Has there been anything in your pregame routine that has changed, maybe the previous seasons, that you're trying to do differently, or?
I think for me, I found a few things that worked for me last season that allowed me to really get my body ready and mind ready to play, and just continuing to do that this season. Try to add in a thing or two here and there to help potentially prep me even more. But just getting in here early more, especially during these home games, and whooping Caleb in shooting competitions. He's known as a sniper, but he ain't looking like a sniper against me.
You had a couple days off. It's kind of a rare thing. I'm sure some of you guys were in here like getting shots up and maybe kind of doing the mainstay stuff. But, but how critical can that be in the season to kind of be able to reset the body a little bit?
You don't get many opportunities like that during the season where you just get multiple days off just to rest, get your body right. And we actually have another one after this game today where we don't play till Friday. So I think for everyone on the team, now obviously it'll be good to get some well-needed rest, but at the same time also get reps up, get kind of some individual work in. And then I think we'll have some practices these next couple days off, but not this past weekend, but I think the practices will be good. I think we got some dudes who are on the cusp of coming back. That'll be good for them to get those practices in. And can't take that rest time for granted. That's how you stay healthy.
Appreciate you, Cole.
You guys just saw these guys a few games ago. What are some of the keys for your group to come out and have a better performance against the Cavs?
Starting off pressuring more on defense, getting back to what we do on the defensive side of the ball, limiting offensive rebounds. I feel like they had like 20+ second chance points last time. So, and then just our focus level on the offensive side for sure. So we're going to come out and try to play the first punch.
How comfortable do you feel out there now compared to maybe a few weeks ago even?
Much more. I think I might have said a couple weeks ago, like every game it feels like it's slowing down a little more. So definitely starting to feel more comfortable and kind of start to figure out my spots and different stuff like that.
How different, just kind of seeing Cleveland again. I know you see teams multiple times in college, but how different is it like facing teams a second time at this level, knowing that you're going to see them maybe another time down the road?
It's different because we kind of know a little more than we did having just actually played them, and probably the same thing for them. So that's when the chess match kind of starts, and you got to start out thinking and just executing the game plan.
You guys have, I think, one loss at the Amway Center this year. How important has it been to establish and defend that?
It's really important. You don't want nobody coming in your house and beating up on you. So we take big pride in winning at home, and you know, we got good support from the fans and good energy in the building. So definitely important to keep that home streak going.
What did you take away most from Friday's game against Detroit?
Friday's game against Detroit. I'm trying to think back. I mean, I think we did a good job defending. We kind of got back to what we were doing before our little 3 or 4 game stretch where we weren't defending well. So we did a good job of that. We got out and ran, and we're just the more physical team, and we played really fast. So that was a good game for us to get back on track.
You've played in 20 NBA games. You've started in 16 of them. Has it felt like you've started in that many games so far this season?
Honestly, I think I just seen that like a couple days ago. I didn't really notice it. It's kind of going by pretty fast, but I'm trying to do my best to just keep it slow and take it game by game.
And how important is it going to be to get off to a hot start offensively and also lock up defensively so that way you guys can give the bench momentum when they come in?
It's very important. They've done a good job of coming in and raising the energy regardless of how we've been playing. So, our job is just to go out there and get good energy going fast and get some momentum and then let them come in and do what they do.
You've gone up against some of the elite point guards in the league so far. Do you get some extra excitement going up against those guys?
For sure. It's people you watch going up, you see highlights of them. So it's cool. It's cool going out there guarding them. But it's good competition. It's what you like as a basketball player. So it's definitely fun guarding them.
As a rookie, do you take some kind of pride in being able to shut down some of those guys, whether it's Garland or Tyrese Howard or whoever?
Yeah. I mean, that's kind of a big part of my role is defense. So a lot of nights I'm gonna be guarding either the number 1 or 2 option, at least so far in this season. So definitely take pride in trying to affect them as much as possible. They're the best players in the world, so there's only so much you can do. But definitely pride taking in my matchup for sure.
Thanks, AB.